All right, 3, 2, 1, let go.
There's only one LeBron James of basketball. There's only one Coach Greg of fiber eating. Coach Greg, and today I'm going to review Remington James and see if he, in fact, did my diet properly, okay? So what he did is he followed my diet. He watched a video that I did on how I eat. And obviously, I don't eat exactly like this all the time. I vary it up. I have a cookbook. It outlines all the different recipes that I eat. But this is how I eat. I'm not the typical bodybuilder. Zero like bodybuilders. I don't eat rice and chicken and all that crap all the time. It sucks. It is boring. You don't need to do it. Okay? So, I actually first watched this guy. I watched a video where he talked about his use of anabolics and the truth behind it, and I was like, wow, he is so honest and so real, and I love the video, okay? If you haven't seen it yet, go check it out, because he really gives a good idea of what it's like to take the super supplements and then to come off in the mental part, the physical part, and so on. I highly recommend you watch it. You will learn a lot. So please go check it out. So I'm going to watch the video and see if he screwed up and whatever. We'll see how he does.
In lieu of real sugar, we'll use the fake stuff, man. We may get cancer, but we'll be shredded.
He's making French toast for breakfast, obviously. If you're not making French toast for breakfast, you don't know what you're doing. So he's clearly watched my videos. He uses all the same quotes that I say all the time. So the guy's definitely watched my videos. Now, I'm laughing because he's like, putting in the fake sugar, he's not going to get cancer. That's like 100% agree. Like, put in that artificial crap. It's going to have less calories, and you're not going to get fat and whatever, okay? He adds in some protein powder into the egg whites into his thing. I tried that before. It's just not as good. I mean, you can. There are no rules in the Anabolic kitchen. You get to do what you want. So he chose to put less egg whites and put more protein powder. I'm going to say if you put more protein powder, it's not going to taste as good as if you put more egg whites. The more egg whites you get in there, the more fluffy it gets, the better yummy deliciousness it's going to be. Okay, when you add the protein, it's more of a condensed pancake. He put half a container of egg whites into 4 slices of regular ass white bread. I put the whole container. Mine is more anabolic than him. So he's adding protein powder to his container. I actually have more protein in mine from more egg whites. Okay, and I put more egg whites on the French toast while it's cooking. It can only absorb so much, the bread. And then as it cooks, it kind of like solidifies the liquid. Then you can put more egg whites in it. So halfway through your cooking, put more egg whites, and it'll be more anabolic. Kaboom! He sprays the pan properly, 1 second, because there's probably 10 calories in a second, okay? So don't spray all day, and he's concerned that the bread might break apart. It's 2020, it's okay if it's not perfectly formed square or circle. I put bread on the pan, I put more bread, I combine into 2. I make a big circle now. This is how I do it. I put like 7 slices on one pan, it's all misshaped and misformed, and I just cut it after. There's no rules.
Oh, man. Are you as moist as I am?
It's a good thing Allie's not here, because he said the word moist. That is her least favorite word that's acceptable to say in public ever, okay? But it's moist. I like it. I love moist. That's awesome. And it looks delicious. He uses the Walden Farm syrup because there's a 0 calories, but it's actually rounds down to 0. There are a few calories, so don't think there's none. I use this guy instead of Walden's. It's just better yumminess. For 20 calories for a 1/4 cup, to me it's worth it, so that's what I'm using instead of Walden's, and it's half the price of Walden's, and it's double the size, which equals to 4 times the value. Quick math there.
Wow, that's incredible. Holy shit. If I'm being honest, this might be my breakfast for the foreseeable future.
Honest review from an honest man. I mean, if you haven't tried it, what is wrong with you? You know you want this.
You're gonna cook better if they're not overlapping. So treat your squares like social distancing orders and get them the away from each other.
Keep away from each other. That's really good advice right now. And it's good advice for cooking. So he actually has the Josephs, which I also have. And they're great. And if you don't have the P28, then you can use this. You can substitute. There are no rules. There's different things you can do. Make do with what you have. Various countries have various wraps. You're allowed to cut different wraps up. There's no actual rules. You're allowed to make a substitution. Okay? Now, these, in fact, lie about the calories, unfortunately. So they say there's 120 calories per thing. I weighed it out. It averages out to 160. So just be aware that they've lied about how many calories are in the Joseph's wraps. Okay? If you saw my Will Tennyson video, he had the hugest wrap in the world and he thought there was 200 calories in it, but there was 400, okay? Labels can lie. The police are not knocking down Joseph's door and saying, why did you say they weigh 32 grams when they actually weigh 40? They don't do that, okay? So that's just a heads up. Labels lie. If you're trying to crack your macros, it's gonna be wrong. You can get close if you're very good at it, but just remember, it's not accurate, okay? So just do what you need to do. I don't count carbs and fat. I don't care. I count protein, and I don't even count protein. That makes no sense, but it's true. I don't count, but I count. I try to make my meals a lot of protein, but I don't count them. I just know it's a lot. Okay? I don't care. You don't need a lot of protein. I like a lot. No one's gonna not eat enough protein. As long as you're thinking, I want protein in each meal, you're gonna have enough, okay? If you're eating like this, you don't really need to worry. Trust me, protein is important. You're not gonna be deficient in protein unless you're literally trying not to eat protein. Okay, so he's making wraps and the nachos for his next meal. So he's combining different meals together. This is great. There's no rules. You can do that. So he's got a low-carb wrap. It's not a wrap that's on my plan. It's not in my cookbook, but you can vary it. You can switch. High fiber is important. It keeps you full longer, just like he said. He's not BSing you. He's got really good information. He knows what he's talking about. I do trust what he's saying. I've listened to him, and I like what he says, okay? So listen to this. You can mix meals up, get your fiber in. You know, you can get it from various sources. The wraps is great. Fruit and vegetables, of course, have lots of fiber. Fiber is going to keep you full. The 2 F's, full from fiber.
We'll coat the whole bottom with spinach. There we go. I do have some chicken prepped already. Chicken thighs.
Okay, he's loading on high-fat chicken thighs with skin on. I can see it. 4 ounces, which is a lot. He does coat the bottom with the spinach. That's important because if you're putting a lot of sauces, you don't want it to spread through and drip through the bottom. So you coat it with the vegetables first, like the spinach or the romaine lettuce, whatever, and then you put your chicken on top. I put way less chicken, okay? But mine would have way less calories. So instead of eating 1 wrap, I could eat 2 wraps. So he needs to up his game in terms of eating low-calorie dense foods. The chicken thigh, nah. Switch for chicken breast. He's like, oh, I don't have any chicken breast here. I just have chicken thigh. Who buys chicken thigh? You just don't buy it in the first place. You get the breast. That's what you do. And so you could have 2 of those, more frickin' vegetables, more fiber, more full. Makes sense? And the sauce is so important. You can't put regular barbecue sauce. These calories, they add up. Low-calorie sauce. Walnut Farm, very low calorie. It'll say 0, it rounds down to 0, whatever. The guys, the G's, this is the stuff I use all the time. It's got 10 calories in 2 tablespoons. 10 out of 30 ml, okay? That's about 1/6 what the regular stuff would have, okay? So you're saving 5 times less calories. That is gonna make it taste delicious. And I put mustard, and you need to experiment and make the sauce taste right for you. There's no rules. But remember, calories add up. So although there's no rules, you gotta be conscious of how much the calories are eating, because at the end of the day, calories in, calories out, that's how you're gonna get shredded. You can't break the laws of thermodynamics, no matter whose diet plan you follow. And trust me, I've done a lot of videos on people that are saying that you can. Okay, he's got Smart Pop popcorn. Perfection right there. And he didn't have the ability to make my homemade Score protein bars, okay? So these things I make, and you have the Vitafiber, Fiber Yum, and they're homemade. And guess what? I keep them in the freezer. See that? Freezer. So you can't binge on it because you're physically unable to do so. So he put his Quest bar in the freezer and it lasts longer. You enjoy it longer and it makes it taste yummy. It's a frozen like a chocolate popsicle of some sort, okay? It gives it a different feeling. I don't like these soft, not even close. Now, I'll eat the popcorn and I'll eat it at home and then I grab one of these and I get into my car and I go for a drive and I'll like say I'm driving to the gym and I eat it on the way to the gym. Okay, now the gyms are closed, doesn't matter. On the way to the grocery store, whatever. But I'll enjoy it watching TV. It takes me about 10 minutes to eat. So rather than binge and it's over, and I've heard people say, I don't want protein bars because, you know, it's over and it's in 1 minute and then I just eat too much. Well, you freeze it, and then it slows you down. It's portion control. And guess what? One of the tips is to eat slower because it takes time for the stomach to send signals to the brain that you're full. So if you actually slow down your wolf time eating, you will eat less calories. Helpful tip. So freeze it, just like he said. He's thinking, he makes sense. Do it.
Now, personally, for my macros, I will only be eating half of this bowl.
I would have called it for his calories, he's gonna eat half the bag, okay? They make 100 calorie Smart Pop bags, and they make 225 calorie Smart Pop bags. So you get the mini bags if you want a small portion, or the large bags if you want a half of Coach Greg portion. Because I eat 2 bags very often. Makes a big bowl, and I eat that with some protein or an ice cream shake, protein ice cream. Oh, you can do anything you want. There are no rules. So he's making a protein shake all wrong, unfortunately. He does the frozen blueberries, which is correct. He's adding in 1 tablespoon, which looks like 70 pounds of PB Fit. Okay, you don't know what it weighs without actually weighing it. And a tablespoon isn't rounded the way, I mean, have you seen this tablespoon? That was 2 tablespoons on 1 spoon. It doesn't count. A measured tablespoon, no. You have to weigh it or you don't know what you're doing. So he's saying, you know, my macros and my calories. Unfortunately, the calories are not going to be as accurate as he thinks. He's kind of like undershooting it. He's got 40 extra in the Joseph wraps. Probably 40 extra on the peanut butter, so he's over by 100. So even a guy who's smart like this, it's very hard to track macros, okay? Now, he doesn't use xanthan gum. He didn't add in guar gum. It's not going to be nearly as thick. And that ain't no Ninja blender. What was that little thing? You can't make a real thick shake properly like that. And did any of you witness the head tilt? No, it's not protein ice cream if you can't lift it over your head and it doesn't come out. That's the true test. If you don't dare do that, you made it wrong. You added too much water, you didn't add guar gum, whatever. You only need a little bit of guar gum. You only need a little bit of xanthan gum. A 1/4 teaspoon, 1/2 teaspoon is all you're going to need. But you do want to add this. Now, if you don't have it, you don't want a thick shake, that's fine. You don't need to have protein ice cream. You can just drink a regular shake. But if you're doing it my way, you got to make it right. But there are no rules. But if you want to do it my way, you got to do it that way.
All right, well, my dumb ass forgot to hit record, so let's pretend like I didn't already blend it. You guys ready? All right, take 2.
So he's blending the shake, but he already blended, but he forgot to press record. Do you know how many times I forget to press record? Daily. I hate it. I can totally relate. It sucks so bad. But anyway, you can see we're more alike than you think. I screw up technology all the freaking time. The worst is when you record a 30-minute video and you didn't press record. That's the worst. So he's got a little doggy. Thumbs up, click like button for the dog. That's all cool. I got 9 animals. That's a lot more. And they don't ever have my protein shakes, actually. But they have pretty much everything else, but not the protein shakes.
Best part is she's thick, boy. Thick with 2 C's.
I never heard of the thick with the spelling of the C's, but I thought it was with 3 C's. Am I undereducated? Am I that old? Am I Grandpa Greg? Am I Grandpa Groovin' Greg that I don't understand the proper pronunciation of thick? I thought it was thick with 3 C's, not 2 C's. Let me know in the comments section, thick with 3 C's or 2 C's? I really want to know.
And on top of the salad, I got 8 ounces of chicken thighs that I prepped earlier. Ooh, with all that grease in there too. Just gonna dump that right on top. I am gonna put just a little tiny bit of sriracha here. That's probably about 5-10 calories of sriracha.
You're not gonna worry about 5 or 10 calories of sriracha sauce when you put 8 ounces of chicken thigh in with all the oil. So he's messed up a little bit there. So I'm going to give him an 8 on 10 rating on ability to follow my diet. I could pretty much follow this diet. I'd be very disappointed if I had to eat chicken thighs twice in the day, not just once. And I would have been very disappointed on that protein shake, especially knowing that there's more calories in it than there actually was. So aside from that, he did a really good job following my diet. And on an 8 on 10, that's still probably 3 points better than most people are eating on any diet that they'll ever follow. So even if you follow my diet wrong, even if you make mistakes in half the meals, it's still gonna work. That's how good the diet is. I definitely give him an A+ rating on the sauces because he's into the low-calorie sauces. He's putting in the BBQ sauce on the spinach. I mean, that is what I would do. That is what I, in fact, do. I would suggest he adds some walnut farm syrup or something onto that salad, make it even better. But, man, he's doing it the right way.
Let's give her a go, man. A little bit of everything. All right, 3, 2, 1, let go.
And the funny thing is, he probably thinks it's the biggest salad he's ever seen. My average salad is 3 times as big as that. But you gotta work your way up to Coach Greg fiber intake. I am the king of fiber. No one eats more fiber than me. A lot of people have written, oh, I eat more fiber. Are you kidding? It's not close. Stop pretending. King of fiber. The single king. There's only one LeBron James of basketball. There's only one Coach Greg of fiber eating.
I feel like this full day of eating is kind of blowing my mind a little bit. It's opening my brain up to things I haven't really thought about.
This diet is sustainable, doable, year-round for everyone. Not just Coach Greg, not just Mr. Men's Physique competitor, Freakazilla, the average person with the average physique that just wants to look better.
Final meals I've eaten on programs where I'm still starving afterwards, and all of that like salad and roughage in my stomach right now, I am not hungry at all.
It is going to work for all of you. I highly recommend you try it. You can hire me, Coach Greg, you can do that. I do a diet plan, meal plan, contest prep, the whole thing, we do it all. Or you, of course, can get my cookbook, which you just read it and you just try out the recipes and make your own diet the way you like. There are no rules, okay? He loves the diet. It works for him. He wants to think about it and keep doing it, okay? The foods were fun, the nachos and the French toast and the thick shake with 2 C's, but it's 3 C's. Please confirm that it's 3 C's.
I'm still thinking about that French toast. That French toast was incredible. So good that I'm gonna make it again tomorrow morning.
Wait till he tries the French toast pancakes. There are so many recipes in there. Trust me, you want it and you need it.
I'm satisfied. So overall, man, I give this an A+. Variety, the macros are great.
The macros are great. I don't even gonna try to give it good macros. I don't even care about macros, and yet they still fill the macros. You see why I don't need to count them and track them? The cookbook has them all because I know everyone needs the macros. You don't need them. Calories in, calories out. But it's there for you because you want it. I don't disappoint. Well, at least I think I don't. Allie's not here. I cannot confirm nor deny my level of disappointment. So he had 2,000 calories, but really it's 2,100. 205 grams of protein. I don't need to announce the rest. That is good. That's a very low calorie diet. That's less calories than most of the men who I coach on diets would have. If he hired me, I would probably have him on more calories than that. But whatever, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter how it makes you feel.
It doesn't matter what you eat as long as it's less than you're currently eating, and then you will lose weight. All you need is a deficit.
Subscribe to Greg yet? Give my man a follow. He's a good dude. I highly enjoy his videos. He's got a crazy work ethic, man. Like 6 videos a week.
6 videos a week, he says I do. Crazy work ethic. 100 hours a week, and it is in fact 7. 6 is a day off, okay? Some weeks I only get 6 out because I need a break. 7 week. Dedicated. I put as much work into coaching my clients as I do into my videos, as I do into everything in life, okay? That's the kind of person I am. I do this for you, for me, for everybody. It's fun as heck, trust me. So, GregDoucette.com for coaching. Follow me on Instagram, Greg Doucette IFBB Pro. There's lots of fun discussions there. We're gonna bloop up other videos because you can learn more or just be entertained more. Come on, you need to do something with your life. And until next time, I am out.